Does anyone else find it hilarious that the media's number one defense of Kamala Harris right now is that she wasn't in charge of anything? Okay. If that's what you want to go with, run with that.
Kamala, I just got another email to donate to Kamala HQ. Listen, I've got one word for you, Kamala. Bidenomics. I can't afford to.
The same media telling us Kamala is ready to be president was telling us last week that Joe Biden was in perfect health.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
That nigga got a point.
I need y'all to stop asking me, what has Kamala done? Let me tell you, ho, I don't give a fuck what she's done. It's either a black woman or a racist conservative Project 2025 having ass prick. What the fuck you think we gonna choose? Kamala, bitch! What the fuck?
Bunny Crew.
And this is exactly what they want y'all to do as black women, and you falling for the okie doke. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking when it comes to this topic because, for one, I'm really not into politics like that. I don't even vote. And by the end of this video, you'll probably understand why. I'm a bit more on the conspiracy side of things, but that might be another topic for another day. Hey, maybe another channel for another day. However, there seems to be a lot of uproar about Kamala Harris running, and my whole thing is that I just want people to think for themselves and not just foolishly and blindly follow somebody simply because of the color of their skin. And it's been pretty obvious ever since they chose her to run that this is exactly what they were trying to do, and they're trying to sway the votes, and they're doing it by trying to appease to women, black women in particular, by having Kamala Harris run, which is funny because she doesn't even identify as black. But I'm pretty sure you're going to hear that throughout the rest of this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Would you vote for?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm going to just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Yeah.
Because they skin folk, not Kim folk.
I think it goes back to what somebody was saying, where it's not voting for someone, but majority will vote for somebody else just.
Hold on. Let me line this out.
I think majority.
Is it only because she a black woman?
Yeah.
Let's put Sex Array in the office.
She's not black, friend. She's not black.
Red is
Wait. Let's just say it don't matter.
Isn't she half black?
Well, listen.
Whether
she half black,
vote for her.
Hold on. Let's have this conversation. Whether she's half black or
she's half of two of the most prosecuted.
It doesn't even matter. None of that matters. Why only because of that?
Because I would love to see a woman in office.
Oh, why?
I want to give us a shot. I mean, how many presidents have we had that were all men? Like, all right,
vote for Hillary.
Hey, I'm so broken, bro. Honestly, like on everything, on my father's grave, I am so broken right now, man.
Why?
Do you not see how that's a bad idea?
Elaborate.
Okay, so we're in 3 proxy wars with some of the most powerful leaders in the world. She failed at the border, in which we have an estimation of 15 to 20 million people illegally into this country. That is literally overtaking and bankrupting Chicago to the tune of over $400 million per year, and they're in a deficit. Oakland is going out of business. San Francisco, ditto. California, $65 billion deficit. New York, they're literally cutting trash, in which they are the rattiest, dirtiest city, and they've taken up resources as far as free healthcare, free hotels to the tune of $600 a day. They're literally taking over your schools. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund the migrant crisis. She was supposed to be in charge of this. We have a failing economy. Every single day I see people getting on the internet talking about $30 an hour is the new minimum wage because inflation is fucking out of control. At one point, it was at almost 10%, depending on what city that you were in. She has no policy, no record to stand on. One of the biggest things that she did in her career was lock up more black men than ever before. But we sitting here and vote her in office on identity politics. The very person that she was under as far as the president of the United States of America, she called him racist during a debate, which shows you how fake she is. And the only thing that we can stand on from a policy perspective is whether or not she's black and she's a woman. We did that during the Obama administration, and he didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, y'all complain because the only person that he did, or the only group of people that he really stood for is the alphabet community, and that's his landmark thing that he's still standing on today. So the only thing that we have to stand on is identity politics. That shit didn't work with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois. It didn't work with Karen Bass. It didn't work with Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. It didn't work with Brandon Johnson that then took over her position in Chicago. It didn't work with Andre Dickens in Atlanta. It didn't work with Eric Adams in New York. It doesn't work across the country. Every single Democratic city is a hellhole. And we sitting here talking about identity politics? In a million years, you would never get me to vote for Kamala Harris. You can put a gun to my head and say, hey, either you vote for Kamala Harris or I'm pulling the trigger and I'm going to take my chances with the gun jam. Because I just believe that God got us. We no longer, as black men, a part of the Democratic plantation, and we can learn to think for ourselves. And it was dependent on our women and our parents to continue to finesse us and tell us that we had to vote Democrat just because we black. But an informed voter is a dangerous voter. And the fact that we can think for ourselves and we educated and we got resources, listen, you are the most powerful being on this earth when you become informed because you unlock your mind to the possibilities of a what if. I'm not telling you that you have to vote Republican, but I am telling you that you are not obligated just because the people that came before you is trying to finesse you and to think one way, you can think for yourself.
Kamala or Trump?
Kamala.
Why?
Many reasons. Many reasons. I don't want to explain them.
So you're voting for Kamala. That's totally cool. Can you name your favorite accomplishment of hers as vice president?
Can I name what?
Favorite accomplishment, like one policy she's done that you really fell in love with that's making you vote for her.
I don't want to have this discussion.
Because a lot of us on the right, we call her a DEI hire. We believe that she was only hired because of her gender and her skin color.
See, I think that's racist as fuck and misogynist.
But isn't DEI supposed to be a good thing? So is it good or bad? I thought DEI is a good thing. Now it's racist? Hey, so what is it though? Is DEI racist or is it good?
So Democrats are telling me that they're not just voting for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman, they're also voting for her because of her policies. So as a Republican, I went on her website to investigate and I couldn't really find much. When I first opened the website, I was instantly asked to donate, and then I had to click the little KamalaHarris.com thing down here, and this brought me to this page. Boom, right here, I'm asked to donate once again, and then we start getting into some other things. Other things including her store with merch, where you are then asked to buy or donate again for a third time. So then I went back here and opened this little menu over here, hoping that there was some policy or campaign page on the website, and this is what I found. Store, donate by mail, work with us, your privacy rights, terms and conditions, and accessibility. So nothing that I saw on Kamala Harris's campaign website had any campaign information or policy information. So what policies are you supporting? And don't tell me abortion, because Donald Trump has come out numerous times saying he doesn't support a federal abortion ban, so you can cut it out with that. And don't say Project 2025 is something you're fighting against either, because Trump has come out calling that ridiculous and abysmal. And unlike Kamala Harris, Trump's actual agenda, Agenda 47, is on his way.
And you know what? I actually find that a bit strange that y'all are blindly following this woman simply because of the color of her skin, but when you go on her website, all she's trying to do is just get people to donate. She has like no policies for you to look up. Even though y'all might not be a fan of some of the stuff that Trump is doing, at least y'all know what he's trying to accomplish. When it comes to Kamala Harris, from what people are saying, it seems like y'all don't know, like does she have any kind of plans in place? Is there anything that she's trying to accomplish? What does she want to do? What policies do she want to try to manifest? So yeah, that's a bit sketchy. So it points into the direction of, yeah, we chose her to try to sway the votes in our favor by putting a woman, I'll say a colored woman, in the running, because she's not African American. She's like half Indian and half Jamaican or something like that. Because I've heard some kind of mixture of that kind from a lot of people in the comments and as well as in these videos. And just for the record, you guys, me playing this and putting this out here does not mean that I'm trying to tell you guys to vote for Trump. Vote for who you want to vote for. I could really give a damn. I could really care less, because I don't vote, and I have my reasons for that. Anybody who knows me and knows what I know, they know why I don't vote. But vote for who you want to. I just want people to think for themselves as opposed to just blindly following somebody. Let's keep it moving.
So let me get this right. So prior to Kamala, announcing her running, y'all were talking about how Black people get unfair treatment when it comes to the justice system, how we get locked up and we get these lengthy sentences for no reason. Y'all were talking about prison reform and police reform and all of these different things because of the fact that we have unfair treatment when it comes to the law and the justice system. And they lock us up for no reason, or they try to keep us behind bars, or they, pad cases so that these people can be convicted of higher crimes or whatever the case is. But now all of a sudden that she's running, now those people deserve it. Now it's if she locked your daddy up, he probably deserved it. If she locked your uncle up, it's probably because he deserved it. How did y'all switch so fast? How do y'all switch so fast? It's like they literally are telling you what to think. They're telling you how to feel. You're not thinking for yourself at all. You're not standing on nothing that you felt or said prior to. You just going with whatever flow, whatever direction they point you in, you're going with that. And got the nerve to basically tell your people to kiss your ass while doing all of that. It's so crazy to me. Like, 1 minute y'all all for prison reform and making sure that we are getting fair treatment when it comes to the justice system. And then now it's fuck all of that. Them people probably deserve to be locked up. Y'all scare me. Y'all scare me more than they do. Because y'all the same color as me. And that's even more scary. Because I can't tell you motherfuckers apart. These are scary times we living in. The way that y'all can flip-flop at the drop of a hat. Very weird.
In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris, sentenced 50 to life in prison. It took me 5.5 years to ultimately get back in the trial due to prosecutorial misconduct, and it took me another year to go to my second trial, to which I was vindicated by a jury of my peers. When I got convicted, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I got sentenced 50 to life in prison, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I look back and I seen her, she was smiling. And she did that stupid ass laugh that she do right now. This shit ain't funny.
Look, y'all, it's just getting worse and worse for Kamala Harris. Jean-Pierre, is nothing you can say that's going to stop the truth from coming out. Thank you, Peter Ducey.
Democrats on Capitol Hill are being handed this card with talking points.
Democrats on Capitol Hill handed talking points. Let me tell you something. I've been doing political commentary for the last 5 or 6 years. I have never received anything like this from the Trump administration or from Republicans telling me, I wish I had something like this, telling me some talking points that I should say to help Donald Trump win the election.
About the vice president and the border. Do you know who's handing this out?
I have no idea. You probably should ask her campaign.
So the first one says Vice President Harris was never appointed border czar. There's never been such a position. It doesn't exist. Why are Democrats so sensitive about the vice president and the border.
They're liars. They're flat out deceiving liars.
How many of you know a black man who has expressed to you that they're committed to voting for Donald Trump? Okay. For the brothers who have told you that or said that to you, has the emergence of Kamala Harris changed that for those brothers? No.
So ever since I've showed my support to Donald Trump, the internet has called me a clown. I'm not educated. I'm not black. They wish Donald Trump would rape my daughters. They want me to go jump off a bridge. I mean, the amount of hateful things that people are leaving under my comments, it's so disgusting. You guys are so for love and peace and unity, but actually, you guys are the most hateful people. You guys are a bunch of snowflakes. You can't handle somebody just stating their opinion. You can support Kamala Harris on your page. That's fine. That's okay. I don't expect anybody or everybody to think like me. So it's wild to me.
Kamala, is this you?
For someone he knew would be a rubber stamp for his extreme agenda, and make no mistake, J.D. Vance will be loyal only to Trump, not to our country.
And did you sign up for the war? Kamala, did you sign your name on a dotted line not knowing if you would come home for more? Did you do that? I know JD Vance did. He did. He signed up. He was in the military. He didn't know he was going to come home to his family. It's crazy. But I don't remember you signing up, Kamala. When were you loyal to your country? Never. You can just see it now. Cackles with Kamala boot camp. Everybody gets a cookie with her face on it. Don't worry, the cost is included in the campaign funds. Listen, I think you should go sign up for the military and be loyal to your country. That would be awesome. Just go ahead and drop out of the race, okay? Nobody wants to hear any more cackling. We want to be unburdened like you told us to be. We would like to be unburdened by your administration. That includes you, Kamala. Okay? On the Daily Natalia reporting for Cackles with Kamala. When do I get to be unburdened by what has been? Oh, it's hard to laugh with that vest on. She's a tyrant. Ooh, cookies.
Where are all the men who look Republican but vote liberal, specifically in LA? Because the golf course and the country club and the networking event and the whiskey bar all gives voted for Trump. The plant store and the thrift store just gives the tidge too artsy for my liking. I want a man, like emphasis on the man, manly man who voted for Obama.
Okay, so I understand totally this woman wanting a manly man, because who doesn't want that, right, ladies? Thing is, when it comes to manly men, there just aren't that many of them who are going to be happy voting for a party that tries to tell them to stop mansplaining or who expects them to identify as a feminist ally. It's like maybe there's a reason why that pattern exists, why it seems like all the manly men tend to vote right or for Republicans. It's because Democrats and leftists insist on emasculating men at every turn, and a manly man simply won't put up with that.
And you know what? I was so happy when I came across that clip because it lets me know that men in the United States are finally starting to grow a backbone and think for themselves and not just follow the women simply because they want to have access to sex. I think a big part of that is you can thank Manosphere and Red Pill content for that, because now men are understanding, like, you know what? If you take away the sex, women don't really have much to offer. So why are we sitting over here following these women blindly and just doing everything that they want us to do, only to get very little in return? So it's funny how politics is starting to bleed over into women's dating lives and making their dating lives miserable. But then again, I'm really not surprised, because as you can, from what I can tell, the left are all about emasculating men, and the right are all about masculinity. So this is what you're getting. So like I said, man, it's funny to see how politics bleeds over into other aspects of life. Let's get back into it.
Bonnie Crew.
Y'all, Kamala is so incredibly unliked. Democrats would be better off just promoting a glass of water than Kamala. And if they don't choose her, they might pick Gavin Newsom, which is even worse. I just don't understand. Both of them are fucking terrible, but Kamala, the same lady who locked up a bunch of black people in her district for smoking a little bit of weed, then went on live national podcast and said that, yeah, I used to smoke a little bit of weed. Bitch, you locked a lot of people up for that. You know that, right? She's disingenuous as hell. 2 reasons. The last presidential election, the 2021. Let's not forget Kamala sat here and called Joe Biden a racist. Honey, if you're going to really play black, okay, do you think that black people are going to sit here and be around a racist? But that's because Kamala only honestly cares about the Indian side of her. I mean, she did do an interview where a man called her the first Indian senator. Now all of a sudden she wants to throw black in there and HBCUs and all kinds of... Girl, you ain't done shit. You're a terrible person for president, and hell no.
When Trump's going to strip all your rights as a woman, and we don't want to hear shit in 2027 about how you regret voting for him. No, I regret voting for Obama and working for him for free. Then I still went against my better judgment and helped Hillary Clinton campaign, which really put me on the Trump train for this election. So no, I doubt I'll regret it, especially if the economics improve, because if the economics improve, I think we'll see more black men marrying black women again because they can afford to take care of a family more. Because one of the biggest problems I saw in black relationships, from my own experience, was the economics. Everybody wants to say, oh, black men aren't stepping up to the plate. I disagree. Black men need more opportunities, and Trump is willing to invest in our businesses. So hopefully, I don't even care about any of the stuff you're talking about a woman this, what, can I not kill a baby? Well, if I have a strong enough man in my life, he wouldn't want me to go to an abortion clinic. So, there's that. So I hope you get a good business.
Let me say something to you. I am so tired of the black community and y'all low standards. The standards are so low. You are so low in your standards, that even in your vote, that we are looked at as a joke. Do you understand other communities are coming in and laughing at us? You have Russians and Ukrainians and people from all these different countries coming in. They're getting trade jobs. They're starting businesses. They're buying houses on the block. They've been here for 10 years and we're scrambling to the top. And yet we don't stand for it when it really matters. We just want to see somebody that look like us and we good. Oh, she looked like us. That works. That's your standard? That works? Oh, she look like me. She's black. First of all, she's not, but I ain't even gonna go there with you. For your sake, for your peace and comfort, yeah, she's black. But guess what? She don't give a damn about you. She don't give a damn about you. She didn't petition for nothing regarding the black community since she's been up there. But you know what, Kirk Franklin? Pull up. Because we ain't really been doing that for 3 years. Go ahead, pull up and sing, dance, twirl. That's what they see y'all as. Dance, twirl, sing, nigga. I'm going to say it straight up because it's a hard thing to hear. But you need to hear it. You're out of line when you speak the gospel of Jesus, when you speak the truth, when you say that abortion is murder, when you say that these things are wrong, when you say that homosexuality is wrong, you are out of line.
One thing they're going to always do is pander to the black community. And the way that they're using black women right now to rally behind somebody who's not even a black woman is absolutely diabolical to me. Especially given the fact that Kamala said out of her own mouth that she will never do anything that's exclusively for black people. But then she went on a whole nother debate and gave at least 7 things that she would do for immigrants. If you don't believe me, let's go through some of the clips right now.
The reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country.
So you're not going to do anything that only benefits black people? So that would include reparations, right? Because that's something that will only affect us as black Americans, but that's something that we deserve. So whether we deserve it or not, whether those laws are needed for us specifically or not, you're not going to do it because you feel like all laws will benefit black people. No matter what laws you put in place, Black people also get something from that. And you're talking to Black Americans about laws benefiting us? But she didn't stop there. She went on a debate and she gave all of these reasons and all of these things of what she would do for immigrants. So let's watch that.
What specifically would you do with the thousands of people who try to reach the United States every day and want a better life through asylum?
Immediately on January 20th of 2021, I will, first of all, we cannot forget our DACA recipients, and so I'm going to start there. I will immediately, by executive action, reinstate DACA status and DACA protection to those young people. I will further extend protection for deferral of deportation for their parents and for veterans who we have so many who are undocumented and have served our country and fought for our democracy. I will also immediately put in place a meaningful process for reviewing the cases for asylum. I will release children from cages. I will get rid of the private detention centers. And I will ensure that this microphone that the President of the United States holds in her hand is used in a way that is about reflecting the values of our country.
So she can easily list off 7 things that she will do for immigrants, but tell us that she's not going to do anything that only benefits Black people. And it's Black people that's standing behind her and rallying behind her. So all of a sudden things are going to change. All of a sudden she's going to have a change of heart and she's going to want to do stuff for Black people. I'm just very confused because just a couple of months ago, y'all was saying no reparations, no vote. Just a couple of months ago, y'all was saying if it don't benefit us and if these people are not making promises to the Black community, you're not voting for them. It's very strange how all of a sudden y'all have switched up completely. And this lady is not Black. She's Asian and Jamaican. She's not a Black American. So it makes sense why she wouldn't do anything exclusively for Black Americans because she's not one herself. Am I saying go vote for Trump? No. Am I saying go vote for Kamala? No. Am I saying go vote for anybody else that might pop up within the next couple of months? No. What I am saying is research these people. Don't just rally behind somebody just because of the color of their skin, because we know through history that hasn't done anything for us. Look deeper into things and don't just allow other people to choose for you or to make you think that you're here to save democracy, because it's not Black women's responsibility to save shit, especially when ain't nobody ever came to our defense.
And I agree with her, and that's all I'm really trying to tell people as far as this video goes, because I could really care less, because I think government is just corrupt in general. However, I will say this is that it is good to see that some of the sisters aren't following full of foolery. It's good to see that some of these sisters can see the propaganda being pushed. They see why she was chosen to run against Trump. They see what's going on. But it's sad to see that there are women that are falling for the okie doke. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.